Why y'all charge so much for a transmission mount when it's just a cheap piece of metal? Stop price gouging.
Nice.
Well, it's really not a cheap piece of metal. I don't know how to explain that. When a company prices a product, the raw material cost definitely comes into play.
Yeah.
The precision, repeatability, quality control that goes into it comes into play. And then there are overhead expenses that the company must provide that also factor into the price, right? So it's not like, let's say, if you as the customer would like a transmission mount. I don't know which one you're referring to, but let's just call it a transmission mount. You can't just walk outside your front door and find a transmission mount on your front porch and say, well, that's made with $3 of aluminum, so it should cost $5, right? And it just magically appears on your front porch. No. So if you'd like to buy a transmission mount from anybody on earth, you're going to have to go online. You're going to have to pull up a website. Websites are very expensive. They're usually tens of thousands of dollars to develop a real commercially viable website.
Be careful when you guys just assume, oh, I can do a website for $5 a month. Yeah, no, not one that's fully integrated with the ERP systems and can handle the scale that we need.
All right, let me just continue because this is going to go on and on. And then once you place the order on the website, then someone at the company will have to receive that order. They'll have to pull the part. They will have to, package it. They will have to print a label, and they'll have to ship it to you. And then you're going to expect a tracking number, right? So somebody somewhere else in the company is going to email you the tracking number, or the website will do it, which add another $100,000 for a website that can do that. And then you're going to get it. You're going to open it. You might have some questions about how to install it. So you would go to the website. You would pull up install instructions. Well, guess how long that takes to make? That takes someone days of photographing and editing and putting a car in the air. And then, go back to even before you ordered it. There's the engineering effort. There's engineers on staff who are doing detailed design, CAD drawings. There's samples being tested. The company owns a car to install the product and do long-term testing on it. There's an R&D effort. We go to the racetrack and test it to make sure. It just goes on and on and on. And then, that raw material may only have been $3 or $5, but somebody in accounting has to pay for that. Somebody in purchasing has to place a PO and buy the material. And then a machinist has to put it in the machine, precisely clamp it down. So I could just go on and on and on. So the cost of anything you buy has nothing to do with the price of them, or has very little to do with the price of the raw material. And if you expect all this other stuff and you don't want to just magically find a transmission mount floating in the air outside of your front door, these are all the things that it takes. That all costs money. And we're not price gouging. Absolutely not. I never have price gouged in my career. I've been in this industry for, again, second time I'm saying it, but since the late 90s. My goal has always been to bring very high quality products to market at a fair price that represents a great value. Are we the cheapest? No. But do we have great service? Yes. Great, amazing quality? Yes. Good R&D and engineering? Yes. We have everything that you want from that product. So if you would like to go out and buy a cheaper version, you are more than welcome to. I won't call you any unsavory names for going out and buying a cheap thing. But I would ask that you respect our right and our desire to offer high quality products and build a company around it to offer great product service and performance in the products that we sell. Is that cheap to do? No. There's over 60 people at this company that help deliver that transmission mount to you, and there's a certain amount of profit that we need as a company to operate to deliver on these type of standards, and it's up to the customers, the market, to decide if it's worth it. I will say the market speaks regularly. We had our biggest month ever last month. So I think we're doing something right, and we're offering products at prices that customers are willing to accept, and they appreciate the quality and the performance. So that's where we're at. If that's not for you, no problem. There's lots of other companies. I think Alibaba, eBay, Woot, Timu.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a new one every night. So
They love knocking
really
off the stuff that
cheap
we
knockoffs.
develop and engineer and test, and yeah.
And knockoff doesn't mean identical
No.
parts. Knockoff just means it kind of resembles or looks like it.
Yeah, we've seen stuff that's been really cheaply cast and kind of hit and grazed with a machine, like, and it's incredibly you know, brittle subpar material. So yeah, when you're seeing things that are like crazy cheap, that's usually why. It's a crazy cheap part.
Yeah. So, anyways, I went on for a while about that, but that's an important topic. It's close to my heart, and that's why I have no problem responding to questions like that. I take the accusation of price gouging seriously. Again, we don't price gouge at this company. And if you think we are, shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to break it down for you as to why we're more expensive, like I just did, basically.